Join Chewie and I as we learn about Star Wars 5th edition. Now, because of this comment, I'm taking a look today at the Artillerist Technique of the Scout class. Now, while I do play a Scout, I was translating a character over, so I hadn't even looked at things like having a turret as a companion. But when this commenter mentioned this, I thought I got to take a look, and this does look pretty awesome. This feels a lot like the soldier or the commando that have the extra turret that can go out and provides cover to people, possibly even regeneration, depending on which traits you take. So this feels very familiar that if you were trying to translate over, maybe that's an approach you might go with. Now, if you went with a standard scout build, you probably put a lot into dexterity and then probably wisdom. However, when you're going with this artillerist technique, the AC of your turret is going to be based on your intelligence, and the ability for you to put on traits and change them out is also based on your intelligence. Make sure you're planning your stats out in advance, that you're going into more intelligence than maybe you would have otherwise. If you want to learn more about how to build this type of a companion, you are going to have to deal with the expanded content. There's a customization options in there that lists a whole bunch of cool things that you can do, and that is where you will find out how to build out a turret companion. I would probably be trying to use it to provide a lot of defense around so that I'm not the one taking the hits, right? I'd be wanting to put more constitution into this type of a character. I'd be looking at how can I be using it to get cover? How can I use it to protect other people on the field and make it more the focus? What's the real key when building it out is the traits. And you get to have two that you start out with. There's a whole bunch to choose from. Like you can have it auto reload, you can attach a rocket launcher to it, you can have it cover or be able to climb. There's even stuff in here where you could have it cloak or disguise itself. There's pieces where you can have it learn a fighting style. So there's a lot of ways you could go with your turret to build a particular type of thing. But what would I do? I mentioned I would want to be protecting my squishy self in combat, so I want to level up the size on this thing. You can go medium with one trait, and if you then spend another, you could get it to large. Now, I only have two at the beginning, so if I was building this out, I wouldn't necessarily want to spend both the traits, just making it big. I'd probably take one step, push it up to medium, and then I would take turret coverage. This lets it anchor in, and now you've got a half cover auto-firing turret that you're able to control. And your buddies can all benefit from this as well. So you can bring the other squishies in with you and they can all get the bonus to AC. If you can ever get to the really high levels in Artillerist, there seems like some pretty cool things, but really all the archetypes at high level have awesome stuff that is happening. So I would be looking at how much can I get out of it at the lower level as just the basic stuff, because that's probably where I'm going to spend most of my time. Don't forget to follow so you can find out what Chewie and I are going to learn next.